Hello everyone. The cast of RuPaul's Drag Race All Star Season 10 just got released a few days ago, and I've already had multiple people asking me to do like a review or like a thoughts and opinions about the cast and things like that. So ask and you shall receive. So here you go. I've got the cast over here, and we're gonna go through them one by one. Right. So we're gonna go in groups because they're doing it in the whole group format thing. So first we're doing the orange group. So the first queen is Aja from season 9 of Drag Race. Right. So I I'm someone that follows a lot of drag related accounts. Oh, there's something in my hair there. Sorry. I follow a lot of drag related accounts on Twitter, and so I'm pretty into the whole Twitter drag race fandom thing, and I do know that they are really heavily team Aja because of obviously her mistreatment on All Stars 3, and yeah, the fandom is just rallying behind her because of everything. And I used to be an Aja fan. I watched her on season 9. She evolved so much on All Stars 3, where she was robbed. Then she went heavy into the ballroom scene, and I watched her season of Legendary as well, which is like a ballroom voguing show that was on, I think, HBO. I forgot. I kind of pirated it. Like, I watched it on like an illegal website because I'm from like, we don't have like HBO or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, basically I shouldn't be admitting this, but I watched it illegally. Was a huge fan of her then, but I kind of got a little iffy about her ever since Anitra season came out, and there was that whole drama with Aja and Anitra, and the whole ballroom community just ganging up on Anitra. That just really left a pretty bad taste in my mouth. Do I think that Aja deserves a chance to... Sorry, I think it's sweat. It's like really hot. Okay, anyway. Do I think that Aja deserves a chance back at the competition? Definitely, she's evolved a lot as a drag performer, as an artist. Will I be rooting for her? I doubt so. I don't dislike her. I tolerate her. And that's okay, because my opinion does not matter. Next we have Irene the Alien, formerly Irene Dubois. She was the first out of the season that Sasha won, I think 15. Irene, I don't really know much about her, honestly. She was here for like what, 2 episodes maybe, one episode. I don't know, but honestly, she has some pretty sick looks, and I'm really excited to see what she brings, aesthetic wise, because to be honest, that whole ice water routine, I kind of saw the direction that she was going towards, kind of like a weird, it's kind of my type of humor. Like, I really enjoy finding humor in the not so humorous, and I think that Irene really leans into that, but her delivery for that talent show wasn't really the best, which got her sent home, understandably. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what she brings, and her promo look was kind of cool. Like, I really liked the silhouette of everything. Yeah. So next, Olivia Lux, another queen that decided to venture into the ballroom scene after her season. I must say, Olivia is painted down. Like, she is mucked out. She's gorgeous. Like, I didn't really enjoy her much on season 13, but then with that said, I didn't really enjoy season 13 in general. Thought it was a really bad season. Honestly, one of the worst, if not the worst season of RuPaul's Drag Race. Great cast, great contestants, but just an overall really boring season of the show. And I think Olivia really suffered from that. What gagged me from watching season 13 back then was Olivia winning 2 challenges in a row, because I never really pegged her as a front runner for season 13. I think that right from the get-go of season 13, you kind of knew that the finale was going to be the crown was going to be up for grabs between Rose, Gottmik, and Simone. I just didn't really see Olivia. I didn't really feature her that much. But, when she won 2 challenges in a row, I was a little like, whoa, like, this queen is kind of something to watch. And then she proved that she wasn't really something to watch. But with that said, gorgeous queen, multi-talented. She's really good, like, the piano or something. I don't know. Season 13 was like so long ago. But I'm really excited to see what she brings look-wise. I have a feeling that RuPaul loves her. So, hope that the judging is fair. Up next, we have Phoenix. Is that Phoenix? I think it's Phoenix. I don't know. I didn't really watch her season, so. But, honestly, work. She looks like Trinity the Tuck. Which, honestly, I love a silicone queen. Like, Detox, Trinity, like, any queen that just pumps herself up. Bosco, not really, but any queen that pumps herself up to, look younger than they are. I'm all about that. I'm all about plastic surgery to remain relevant and remain a trailblazer in your scene, or remain, cool or look good. I mean, she looks stunning for a queen that was all the way from, I don't know what season she was from. I think it was season 3. I might be wrong, sorry. I didn't watch her season. So, I mean, she looks stunning for someone who, spent more than 10 years away from the show. Coming back and serving a look like that, it's good. I mean, I don't know what this queen does. I know she was second out, I think, on her season. So, I'm hoping she gets a redemption one way or another. Or even if she doesn't get a redemption, I hope she gains some new fans. And yeah, excited to see what she brings. Sorry, not it. Up next, Bosco. Bosco is, I remember right before his season came out, I was stalking YouTube and Reddit for, casting spoilers. And when I first saw Bosco, I was like, hot damn, like, that's the girl that I'm rooting for. I love an alt queen. She, she plays with, like, that demonic shit. I don't know, like, the classic alternative queen in the classic alternative scene. And so I was really stoked. She did really well in her season, actually. Like, she had like 3 wins, I think. And yeah, she's just a great queen. Honestly, she could have made it top 2 with Will. Like, if anything, I don't know. That season was just a little weird for me. I know a lot of people think that season 14 was a good season. To me, it was impeccable cast, but just, it was a great set of queens with not great production or something. I don't know. Just that season and season 13, they just felt like the dark years of Drag Race for me. But Bosco is definitely a queen that has since her season, she has really pivoted away from what she does, and she's bringing high drag now. And so I'm excited to see this showgirl. She described herself as, I think, like, God's favorite transsexual or something like that. Always down for something like that. At least, I mean, I just hope that she's not going to come out in a corset like she did on her season and actually put on some clothes. But I'm rooting for her, honestly. Like, in this group, I'm rooting for Bosco. And next we have Deja Skye. Deja Skye is a great queen. Not controversial, but unpopular opinion. But I watch her YouTube videos a lot. Like, not a lot, but like, I still watch it. I mean, compared to some of the other girls filming YouTube videos, I watch Deja's a lot more. I feel like she has just such a joyous energy about her. She is a funny queen, honestly. And, she won Snatch Game on that god-awful Snatch Game. She's from that god awful season 14. I'm sorry. I'm like I'm roasting season 14 a little too much. But with that said, I mean, I'm never roasting the queens. Love every single queen out there, but it was just a bad season, I feel, production wise. But if you guys want to hear why, I might film another video about it. I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know. But Deja Skye is a great queen. She has a series on her YouTube page where she rates the lip syncs of rates the queens of the different lip syncs, and ranks them according to like a certain scale. I don't know. I like queens that lip sync, and Deja lip syncs well. So, and I like her analysis of things as a queen who lip syncs well. So, really looking forward to seeing her on the season. I hope she gets well. I mean, I don't want to curse her to be in the bottom, or I don't know the format. Don't spoil it for me. I just want to see her lip sync because I think she's a fabulous performer. So yeah, I would say that's everyone in the orange team. My top 3 in this group will probably be Bosco, Deja, and I'm torn between Irene and Olivia, but I think that Irene has more to show considering that she was first one out and Olivia was top 5. I would like to see more of Irene, so yeah, those 3. Now let's move on to the pink group. First we have Tina Burner. I find it kind of gaggy that they didn't give her the orange theme because of obvious reasons. But she looks kind of good in this promo. I mean, she definitely looks better than how she painted Rosé on her season 13, another god awful season. As I said, I don't know, I didn't really feature her much, but I think she's in that stratosphere, that group of New York City queens that are legends in their own scene, but don't translate their skills well enough on the show. So we have people like Britta and obviously Tina Burner. Yeah, I just don't really care. Like, I don't really keep up much with her. I don't know what she's been doing outside of the show. And honestly, from her on her season, I didn't really get much legend energy from her. And I'm just being as transparent as possible. I don't want to lie and sugarcoat things. Just, I'm just being truthful. I didn't feature her, and I don't think I'm going to feature her. And next, Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia. This is a biological woman. You cannot read the doll. Like, she is stunning. Let me tell you, like, her mug. I don't do makeup. I mean, rarely. Like, I don't like paint. I just put on like foundation and call it a day. But she is stunning. Like, and I don't know the intricacies of makeup, but she looks pretty softly painted. But still, she's just so puss. Don't really care much for the look, but as someone that came from season 2, huge transformation. I mean, you're comparing her to people. The previous time she's been on the show was 15 years ago, and God, that's a long time. 15 years, wow. I mean, and the fact that she looks even better now at her ripe old age. I'm just kidding. I mean, she looks much better now. I mean, what I'm trying to say is there are a lot of queens from old seasons that stick to the old traditional ways of doing drag. So they don't change their makeup and they just stay the same. But the only difference is, compared to 15 years ago, they do not look the same. Aging is a real thing, but still they have not adapted their makeup to level up and fit the current caliber of drag. And I think that Nicole Paige Brooks is an example of someone who has adapted well and has switched up her shit to stay relevant. And I'm so excited to see what she brings. I mean, she's a legend in the drag race stratosphere. She's been referenced so many times on the show, and I'm just really glad that they gave this queen another chance at the show to see, for new fans to see what she can do. So I'm really excited for that. Up next, Colby. I mean, shut it down. Kerri Elizabeth Colby. I mean, there's really nothing much that I have to say. I think she speaks for herself. Oh, I do have something to say actually. I've been seeing so many fans shit on her on Twitter over her views on certain topics. So the main thing was, her, I think 2 years ago maybe, or a couple years ago, she made this tweet that said that she was basically sharing that she doesn't think that children should be able to medically transition. And she brought it up. She brought up the fact that there are many options there that are available once you reach a certain age. She just doesn't think that kids should be able to, make decisions like that. And I remember when she tweeted that, the fandom just switched on her, because Kerri Colby is beloved by the Drag Race fandom. She was beloved by the Drag Race fandom. But when she tweeted that, I think it was the world was in a really weird space, because there were a lot of discourse regarding, trans health, resources available and things like that. And just for her to say something like that really ruffled the feathers of some fans. But she has since deleted the tweet and apologized publicly. But still the fans just can't let her go, And I've seen countless of tweets in the past few days just saying, fuck Kerri Colby for, her views on certain stuff. And I only have one thing to say, which is for you guys to shut the fuck up. Because firstly, this is a trans woman sharing her personal beliefs on her own page regarding trans issues, and these opinions are all stemming from her own trans experience. So for people to just dogpile on her and just talk absolute garbage about her for sharing her opinions is just insane to me. Like, get a fucking grip. And I will be defending Kerri Colby until the day I die, because have you seen her? I mean, I'll be a fool not to do that. Up next, my winner. I need to take a sip of my sake before I start speaking about this woman. Jorgeous. This woman is my life. When Jorgeous first walked into the workroom on her season, I felt like I fell in love, like it truly is gorgeous like Jorgeous, She is just such a good time gal, and she's not afraid to make a fool of herself. On her original season, she wasn't someone who played really strategically. She wasn't someone gunning for the crown. She was just there to be there, and I think that was what made RuPaul fall in love with her that much. And she wasn't good at Drag Race. She wasn't a funny queen. She struggled so much with the acting challenges. But the difference between her and other people who struggled is that she owned that shit. Like, she knew how bad she was, and she wasn't afraid to share that weakness with the audience, with fellow queens, with the judges, and things like that. And when it's time for her to lip sync, she lip syncs and bucks, and she shuts it down. It's Jorgeous. I mean, come on. And then when she returned on All Stars 9, I mean, I was just gobsmacked by the upgrade that she brought. She was just a brand new queen. She was so elevated, Just such an amazing queen. And frankly speaking, she was really robbed that season. I'm not just saying this because she's arguably my favorite queen from the entire franchise, honestly. I'm saying this objectively. I mean, with a little bit of bias maybe, but I mean, she was just robbed for All Stars 9. I feel like she honestly really had a shot at the crown if the season was judged fairly. I think her and Plastique were really mistreated that season. I'm not even a big Plastique fan, or a fan at all, but objectively speaking, Jorgeous and Plastique should have been in that finale, and I'm not saying anything else. This is my winner, no matter the outcome. I don't know if she's going to win. I mean, I'm just so happy to see her back on TV. Up next, Mistress Isabelle Brooks. It's so hard to stay relevant in the current day, given the saturation of Drag Race franchises. I feel like World of Wonder or RuPaul is just trying to pump out as many seasons as possible now. As many franchises, just keep the content coming. There's so many new queens being introduced into the Drag Race universe. But Mistress Isabelle Brooks is someone that has been able to stay relevant all the way from her season airing until now, which has honestly been quite some time. I mean, it's been a couple of years, I think. But she has been staying on top of her game. She's made a return for the Villains Roast. She's really funny on social media, and she has a banging YouTube game. And apart from that, she is still, showing the dolls how to... I don't know what I'm saying, but she's a good queen. I'm really excited to see what she brings. I hope she brings the same old thing that she brought on her season, which is just high drag, camp, and just a good old time. So yeah, up next, Butthole. Lydia Butthole Collins. I think it's too soon for her to come back? Honestly, I don't really think so. I think that she was really, really just robbed on her season. Like, my God, I mean, that Betsy Johnson thing. Like, I don't know how she was in the bottom for that. And, she did a killer roast. I'm trying to think of Lydia highlights apart from the fact that she is dating Corey. I don't know. She's a good queen. I know that Twitter loves her. I'm not a particularly big Lydia fan. I think she's cute out of drag, in drag as well. She has an amazing mug, and I can't wait for her to actually be judged fairly this time around. I hope she does get judged fairly. But in this group, I think this is a much stronger group than the orange one, and my top 3 will be Jorgeous, Mistress, and Kerri. Yeah, although I would really like to see Nicole, Paige, Brooks, eat the girls up, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Right, 24 minutes, damn. Okay, this is a long one. Up next, we have the purple group, so 6 more queens. Bear with me. Alyssa Hunter. This promo look is divine. I mean, just boots down. Like, this is a fantastic promo look. Like, she looks so good, evil. Her paint is just, she's one of those queens with a really manly face. A really just a fat jawline. I don't know if that's like mean, but she has a really angular face, which that can be seen as masculine, but she does this really evil, maleficent type paint, and it just fits her so well, and just this look is just crazy to me. She looks insane, although I don't really feature her that much, just like Tina Burner, although I just don't really I hate to say it, but I don't really like her energy that much. I get that. I get the same vibe as Aura Mayari, I feel like there's a fine line between confidence and trying to sell yourself. Because, I don't know, like, to me, I feel like Aura and Alyssa are just really cocky people. I mean, people that know that they're traditionally attractive, but I just don't like it when people make it their whole personality trait. Yeah, like, when I was watching the Meet the Queens, I was so excited to see Alyssa at first, because she was really robbed on that lip sync. Like, she beat Kerri, I think. But yeah, and she had some great looks her season. But anyway, yeah, when she just said, the trait of her season, and then she like spelled it out with her necklace thing and her shirt, I was just like, go home. But she's a great queen. Sorry. Up next, Ginger Minj, the glamour toad. I mean, toad, alright. Just kidding. Ginger is a great queen, honestly. She hosts so well, and she's just a really well-rounded queen. She speaks really well, really eloquently. I wish I could speak as good as her. And she has shown immense growth character-wise from her season, because, she was part of, the whole bitter old lady brigade thing on season 7, and now she's just an old lady, and I doubt she's bitter. I mean, has she been on too many seasons? Yes. But has she grown each season? Some might argue yes. I think she has grown. I think she's shown enough growth. I just think that RuPaul put her there because she really likes Ginger, and all in all, she's a funny queen. And I just really hope that this season is judged fairly. Yeah. Next, Acid Betty. I love Acid Betty. Season 8 was a great season, and I think that Acid Betty just got overshadowed a little by Bob. But that's also just because of how good Bob is. Like, anyone would get outshadowed by Bob. It's Bob. And yeah, I think Acid is just a brilliant queen. So good for TV. Just unapologetic, unafraid to air her views and speak her shit. And she's not afraid to get dirty with the girls and, start some shit. Which is peak reality TV. She's not afraid of becoming the villain. She wasn't afraid on her season, and I really hope that she stays the same and she just isn't afraid of being a villain, because I know that there is evil in her. I can feel it. She's an evil person, and I just live for an evil person. And I mean, the mug, hands down, like, she does not get enough credit for her looks. She is, honestly, I'm going to say it, she is the future of drag. She has always been the future of drag, and she shuts it down. Next, Daya Betty. People were hating on this promo look. Bitch, I gagged. Like, when she came out with the lenses, the fucking chest piercings, and her look is like a huge hoodie. She don't give a fuck, and I love her for that. Daya really did a whole 180 switch from her season. I remember how the fans hated her so much, for being the villain. The whole thing with Jasmine Kennedy, I didn't really like her that much. I'm not one to hate. I'm not someone who hates people, from TV. I mean, come on. But I didn't really like the energy she was giving to Jasmine. But I mean, Drag Race is a pressure cooker. Who gives a fuck? And if we're being objective, she has some great drag. And I thought that her shit was pretty elevated on her season. But seeing her now, this is Daya evolved. She's just so gorgeous to look at, and she's so tall, which, I'm not very tall myself, so it's always nice to see a stallion. And she rocks her shit. She knows her proportions. She knows how to paint. She's funny, but she can sew. She's a great queen, honestly, and I can't wait to see her again. Next, Denali, another robbed queen on her season. I think that season, I mean, I'm not going to go on and on about it, but it's a terrible season. She just wasn't really showcased that much. I think production really pushed her aside, and they weren't really being fair with her judging. A lot of the times I thought that she should have been in the top for some challenges, but she was just declared safe. I think that she was a contestant that the RuPaul and the producers just didn't think was going to eat the competition up. And when she did, they already, made storylines for certain queens. They were already pushing certain queens to, go forward in the competition. That Denali was someone that they were willing to compromise and sacrifice to fit certain narratives that they're trying to push. And she looks so good. I'm not like a huge fan, but I mean, I'm really trying my best to be objective. I know how many times I've said it, but I'm really trying my best. She's just someone that I feel like is just good energy, and yeah, can't wait to see what she brings. And now the last queen. Sorry that this video took so long. I mean, it's taking so long. Cynthia Lee Fontaine. Hola, mis amores. I am definitely ready to see her cuckoo again. She's a queen that has returned in the past. On season 8, she was eliminated by Robbie Turner's Uber driver. Those who know will know. And she came back immediately on season 9 to show her mediocre drag again. But apart from that, great queen. Another awesome personality, awesome character, just a good vibe to watch. And when you're watching TV, you're looking for queens with good vibes, and Cynthia is just a joy to watch. Do I think she's going to win? No. Do I think she's going to do well? Sadly, no. But will watching her on TV elevate my experience and make me enjoy the show a little more? Likely. Yeah. I'm sorry if I seem a little mean. I'm just trying to be fair. My top 3 from this group, I honestly don't give a fuck about this group that much, except for Acid and Daya. But if I were to, squeeze in another queen, maybe Alyssa Hunter, because of just how robbed I think she is in the looks department from her season. Or maybe Denali, because I feel like she deserves this redemption. So, yeah, those, that's every queen. 6 times 3, 18. Yeah, so we basically covered 18 queens. Who do I want to win? It's not even a question. I'm Team Jorgeous all the way. And if she loses, I hope she comes back the next season and wins. And if she wins the next season, I hope she comes back for the following season to win again. I'm Team Jorgeous. By the way, no spoilers in the comments, please. I've been trying my hardest to avoid everything. So I would really appreciate it if no one, spoils the show for me. And yeah, I'm really excited to watch this season. And let me know if you like videos like this. Maybe I'll want to watch it with you guys, on stream or something. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just, let me know if you guys would like reviews like this one of each episode. Maybe I'll make it like podcast format so it's easier to listen to. I mean, I know you probably don't want to look at my face for like 36 minutes. Or maybe you do. I don't know. But either ways, just talk to me in the comments and I will definitely reply. I reply to like almost everything. So don't be weird though. And in the meantime, take care. And yeah, see you guys.